Good morning, good morning. Happy Thankful Tuesday, everybody. Hello, and welcome in. What a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, I was up before sunrise. Yeah, I was up before sunset too. But I was up before that sun came up this morning, and just what a beautiful, magnificent day. A little chill in the air. We're 47 degrees. So it was just a little chilly, but it felt really good. Morning, Annie Seven, Kathy Hand, Sally and Tony. Good morning. It's so good to see everybody in here. Happy Tuesday. Let's go into our hearts. Let's do some heart brain. And there's Auntie Jean and Brandy. I didn't know we had a video call, Auntie Jean. So good morning, everybody. Hand on your heart and slow down the breathing. Next breath in, pull in some love. Love on each other. Shout out to those that you want to bring in here to love on today. Breathe in that love and breathe out love. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace into the world. Now put a smile on your face. Breathe deeply and pull somebody into your heart. Give a big heart hug. Who are you giving a heart hug to? I am going to hug Sally and Brandy and Auntie Jean and Kathy and Annie. Everybody that I'm seeing on here, I'm pulling you into my heart. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you, Sally, for noticing. Yes, I was ready for something different. so, so I decided to just experiment. Good morning, Brenda Riley. Thank you for being here. How's everybody doing? And you know what to do. It's Tuesday. We share gratitude on Tuesdays. What you grateful for? Forgot to put up what we are. We are the Morning Cuppa. All right, and for some reason my chat is messing up. So let me see if I can fix that. Nope, still messed up. But that's okay. I can see you on there. So what you grateful for? Thank you, Sally. I received that big hug. Good morning, Don Baker. Oh, thank you, Brandy. I love heart hugs, especially in the morning. Feels so good. All right. So gratitude. You know, every day I've been saying those affirmations. We have an affirmation challenge going on through the end of the month. One of my affirmations is that miracles happen to me every day. And ever since I have been saying it, miracles have shown up in my life. Or I guess I've shown up for the miracles because they're always there. But now it's more synchronicities, more evidence of those miracles. So yesterday I was driving back from getting my hair cut, and it was getting a little bit, it wasn't dark yet, but I guess, what do you call it, dusk. And I'm driving on the road, and it's not a small road. It's one of the major roads, but not an interstate. And I saw two little baby deer, and oh my gosh, I was just so enthralled. I'm like, there's my miracle for the day. Thank you, God. Thank you that I was in the right place at the right time to see those beautiful babies. And of course, our Crane family, they have been bringing those babies up here, and they're pretty much staying here throughout the day. So I'm just enjoying capturing them on film. So I'm doing videos. I did a little Facebook Live yesterday. Did any of you see the Facebook Live yesterday with the Crane family? And I was able to capture them being protective parents. Did you all see that? So they were out there in the yard. They were teaching their little ones how to thrive by digging down into the dirt and finding what they could find to eat. And then all of a sudden, there were other sandhill cranes nearby, and you can tell because their sound is very distinct. And the other sandhill cranes were coming closer and closer. Well, mom and dad both stood up tall with their heads up toward the sky, and they let out this scream that I knew was, it wasn't words, but the scream said, "Stay away, don't come near," because they were protecting their little babies. And I loved that. I loved that they were so protective. I even saw one of them chase a squirrel up a tree because it was coming down right where the babies were. And I'm like, this is so cool to watch nature happen and to experience this, that not a whole lot of people get to see that every day, to see nature in action and how this family just really thrives because they're so vigilant and they do take care of their young. All right, I'm going to scroll back and see who we gained. Oh, thank you, Auntie Jean. Oh, I love that. Good morning, Deirdre. And who else is here? Andrea, good morning. Having fun at the dentist, a tooth extraction, and the making of a bridge. Ugh, quite the monetary investment. Yeah, I know. It's not cheap, is it? Yeah, not my favorite thing. Jennifer Langren, good morning to you. And who else is here? Sally says, today I'm grateful for the little bit of sleep I did get last night. Me too. I actually got to bed early last night. Early for me. It may not be early for you all, but for me it was. It was before 2 o'clock in the morning. So to me, that's early. Annie, thank you. Yeah, I was ready for different. And I just told her, just make it look good. And, and I had an idea of what I wanted, and she did really good with it. Um, Brandy, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. And I got my daisy going on today. That's my favorite flower. Those of you who know me well know that. And Deirdre, grateful to see buds growing on the trees. There's a tree right outside the back door, and it's got the moss on it that they have down here in Florida that gets all over all the trees. And it has red buds coming out on the tree, and the contrast is so beautiful. I might try to take a picture of that today and show you guys because I love that, just the contrast of the color against that gray moss. Annie is thankful for my breath in my lungs, for my sons, and having a roof over my head, food on the table, all my needs being met. Amen, Annie. I love that gratitude. And Don, you saw the video. Thank you for watching it. Yeah, I'm trying to capture them as much as I can, and that way we can document their growth. Um, they've been coming up now since Saturday, so about 4 days, and I've already seen a difference. I've already seen them get bigger, and just watching them is so fun. There's one of them especially just flaps his wings and jumps up in the air. And I giggle every time it does it. And I'm like, oh, you need your wings a little bit stronger than that, honey. They're so tiny. The wings are tiny. And, their bottom part is the biggest thing about them. If you know what the sandhills look like, it's really fun to see these little ones grow into their body. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. And Jennifer, you saw the video. I know, Brandy, wasn't that loud? I wasn't expecting that. It was like all of a sudden they were screaming at those other sandhills. I knew there was one on each side of me. I could hear one coming from both directions, the left and the right. And so I knew they were getting ready to be intruded upon. And mom and dad both said, ain't gonna happen here. so so they made a loud noise, and the other sandhill cranes just wandered on off. Good morning, Grace Isis. And Auntie Jean says, were the baby deer as small as the ones we saw in Texas looking for a gas station? They were a little bit bigger than those, but they were still fawn. They had their the dots on their back, and oh my gosh, I just love seeing baby deer. Uh, they're so precious looking and so innocent. I think that's what I love about the baby deer. Their eyes just are so big, and everything is awe and wonder to them. But yes, Jean and I had an adventure out in Texas. We were looking for a gas station. We weren't all the way empty, but it was getting low, and we hadn't seen a gas station for miles and miles and miles and miles. If you know Texas, you know what I mean. And so I said, Gene, I think we need to just exit and see if we can find a gas station. And we had asked Siri where the nearest station was. Well, the nearest station was like miles away, but we were on this little bitty dirt road. I'm pretty sure it was dirt, Gene. It might have been paved, but I think it was a dirt road. And all of a sudden, I saw this family of deer up ahead. And so I was able to bring the car to a stop. And mom and one of the deers jumped over the fence, and the second baby was like, "Ooh, what is this?" and started walking toward the car. So we had a real up close and personal view of this tiny little baby deer, and it was little until mama called it, and it found a way to make it through the fence. It didn't jump over, it found an opening that it could go through. But that was one of our precious memories from the time that Auntie Jean was traveling with me on the Peace on Earth tour. And Andrea says, thankful for a good dentist, manifesting the, 4,000. I can't even imagine. Well, manifest away, my dear. You've been here on Mondays, so you know the tips and the tools. And I was talking to, was it Grace Isis? Was I talking to you yesterday? I was talking to someone on the phone and shared what next Monday's manifestation tip is going to be, and I'm loving it, so I think you will too. You'll have to show up on Monday to see what that's all about. But is anybody still doing the balloon? Are you still sending your desires up in that balloon and watching it come back over you and spread all of that beautiful energy to where you actually see your desire for real and hold it in your heart as real, really, really, really happening? Good morning, sweet hope. Thank you for being here. Josie, I saw your message. Yes, I can't wait to get together with you, and let's bring in our pirate Rick with an ARG. Everybody call him in here. Jennifer, so grateful for the P family. Jen, I want to see you. I know you have to work on the 26th. So on the 26th, we are going to do a short peace walk and peace dance at the end, but just a little gathering of the peas in Boca Raton. And then I might make it further down south toward Fort Lauderdale. So Jennifer, maybe I can see you when I come down that way. But it won't be like the time that I'll be in Boca. It'll just be an in and out. So hopefully we can make something happen. Thank you, Gracie. Yes, changes in the air. That's right. It's springtime. So I needed something new. And Brandy says, daisies are pretty. They're Mama Deirdre's favorite as well. Of course they are. I just love the sweet daisies. There's an innocence about them, I think, that makes them special. Deirdre, you did your day 9. I'm so proud of you. And Kathy says, I love the southern moss. I do too. I love seeing it on the trees. It just, it's like they're decorated or something. Jennifer, I only see it one time, honey. So I don't know why you're seeing it twice. And Hope says, Mama P, you're looking well. Um, and back to the perky self. I am, and I wanted a perky hairdo to go along with it. And that place is doing you a world of good. Oh, I'm very grateful. I am so grateful for this place. And I love all the places I visit and those that I go back to again and again. And some of them have really won my heart, like this place in DeLand, Boulder, Colorado. I'm getting ready to go there next month. I'll be traveling out that way. So thank you, Hope. I appreciate that. Brandy says, I'm grateful for Sally De La Rosa and Tony De La Rosa and the friendship they have given me. I'm so grateful for that too, Brandy. And Gracie, it was you I was talking to. Yeah, we're going to do an amazing manifestation experience on Monday. So please try to show up for that. And Deirdre's always grateful for my peas. All right, so who wants a story time? We have time to do it. And pulling a card from Kuan Yin. Let me get the card pulled. And if you're wanting, I can do story time. And then we'll do prayer time. I love our mornings together. It's just so beautiful to be here with all of you. All right, so there's the card. I don't know what it says yet. And let me get a sip of my lemon water. Okay. The story is dig up the root of bitterness. The quote is by Sir Terry Waite. Bitterness is like a cancer that enters the soul. So true. There was a time in my own life when bitterness took root in my heart. Someone I trusted deeply betrayed me, and the pain felt unbearable. I carried that hurt with me, allowing it to seep into my thoughts, my emotions, even my interactions with others. Every time I thought of them, anger and resentment flared up like an unquenchable fire. I was unable to see that my pain was only harming me, not them. That understanding led to the breakthrough I needed to heal through letting go, through prayer, through deep soul work, and through the gentle love of the angels. I found the strength to release it. Forgiveness did not happen overnight, but step by step I reclaimed my joy, and in that surrender, I found peace. Dear angels, bitterness often creeps in unnoticed, yet can consume the very essence of our being if we allow it. Its roots spread deep into the heart, choking out joy, peace, and light. The deeper we allow its roots to grow and infiltrate our heart, the harder it becomes to relinquish it. Dear ones, bitterness does not come all at once. It starts as a seed, a small wound left unattended, a betrayal, a disappointment, an unfulfilled expectation. Over time, if you do not release it, if you do not invite healing in, it festers, it hardens your heart, and blinds you to the beauty of life. It convinces you that you are victims, that the world is unfair, that love is fleeting. But, my dear ones, this is an illusion. The divine has never abandoned you, and love has never ceased to flow toward you. Healing begins the moment you choose forgiveness, not because the other person deserves it, but because you do. Forgiveness is the gentle rain that washes away the poison of bitterness. It is the key that unlocks the door to peace. It is the medicine that restores the soul. The angels whisper, We urge you to lay down your burdens and let love fill the spaces where pain once dwelled. Can you hear us now? We are calling you to rise, to step into the sunlight of your own divinity, to reclaim the joy that is your birthright. Today, we invite you to take a deep breath and let go. Release the past into the arms of the divine. Choose love, choose peace, choose healing. The light within you is far too beautiful to be dimmed by bitterness. You were created to shine. Angels, today I promise to search my heart for any unreleased bitterness and set it free to be transmuted into love. It's a choice. It is a choice. It's a decision that we make. And sometimes we don't even realize how caught up we are in all of that yuck. And that's what it feels like. It feels yucky to have our heart so hardened and to allow that into our lives. But when we say, I'm going to let it go, I'm releasing it with love, a miracle happens. We return back to that state that is our original blueprint, the state of love, the state of joy, the state of awe and wonder and innocence. It's such a freeing thing to let go. And yeah, sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes we've been hurt over and over and over again. Sometimes the same person hurts us. Sometimes a person in a different body, but the same experience, right? I've had that happen. I understand being hurt. I also understand the freedom of letting go. And I loved this message from the angels. And as they were giving me this message, it was a very melancholy moment because I remembered when I was caught up in all that bitterness. I remembered when I was like, I can't forgive that person. I can't let that go. And one particular experience, something that had happened to me in childhood, I held on to it until, I don't know, probably a decade ago. So that was one that was really seated and deep rooted in there. And I didn't think I could ever forgive that person for what they had done. But it wasn't about forgiving that person. And that's what the angels made so clear, that forgiveness isn't about anybody else. It's to bring your joy back to you. It's to clear your energy field and help you be the very best you can be in the experience that you're having. So I hope you enjoyed story time today, and I'll see what Kuan Yin has for us. And Gracie says, I'm on my day 9 too, Deirdre, and I'm rolling and tumbling like ragweed on the affirmation manifestations. I love it, love it, love it. Yes, those manifestations are coming in. I'm hearing from some of you that you're receiving. So Brookie Brooke showed up. Good morning, Brookie and Dylan and sweet baby Max. Now, where's my card? Kuan Yin card. Thank you, Brooke. So the card is Ride with Spirit Unbroken. I have been with you, my wild one, throughout every challenge to your free spirit, encouraging you to rise, believing in you. When you were shamed, denied, judged, and ridiculed, I was there with you. I went through it all, right along with you. I knew that the time would come when you would be ready to rise above those experiences, to let your wild heart be free. Now is that time. Now, you all saw I did not look at this card. I just shuffled and pulled a card and set it aside. But look at how well that goes along with the angel message, how it just reinforces what the angels had to say. Just let go. Let it go. Now is the time to rise above any experience that has happened or is happening in your life so you can be free. And there's sweet Money. Hi, baby girl. She wants to be very close by so she can get all of the energy from the peas this morning. I love that. Andrea, you're all numb. Let the fun begin. Oh, sweet one. We're right there with you. We're holding your hand through all of that, Andrea. And we're going to lift you up in prayer in just a few minutes when we do prayer time. And Brandy says, oh, good morning, Brooke. Yes, we love that our Brookie joined in. All right. So it is time to go into our hearts for our prayers this morning. And I'm just asking the angels if there's, they said to do a couple of messages. So anybody want to pick a page, pick a book and a page, and we'll do like 2 or 3 messages before we do our prayer time. And let me just pull the books up here. So 1, 2, or 3. Which book, which page, and we'll see what those angels have to say. Oh, sweet Max. What's going on with Max? Jennifer wants book 3, but I don't have a page. Book 3, page 5. Okay. When you fixate on what you are not, you forget who you truly are. This forgetfulness leads to disharmony, not because beauty no longer exists, but because you have turned away from it, like clouds blocking the sunlight. Accepting the beauty within is not an act of vanity, but a step toward harmony. Again, confirmation of what the angels talked about last night. That bitterness, those unforgiving thoughts or feelings toward others or toward yourself, it's just clouds. It's clouds blocking your sunlight. So forgive and let go. That is the main message today. And Brandy wants book 1, page 13. When you are lying on the bathroom floor filled with grief and rage, wanting the pain to disappear along with your tears, we are sitting right beside you on that cold tile. Let your passion and all your emotions flow freely. Those are the moments you are most authentic. You can never love too deep or care too much. This is one of my favorite lines that the angels have given us. Let me just change back to the birds here. We went to a rainstorm. Come on, birds. Here you are. So, like I was saying, this line right here, it is one of my favorite lines out of the whole 3 books. You can never love too deep or care too much. Would somebody type that into the comments? Because I want us all to really get the energy of those words. A lot of times when we go into grief and we go into really deep, deep grief and sadness because someone that we love so dearly is no longer there in the physical, this is something to hold on to. We grieve that deeply because we loved that deeply. So think about that when you're hurting because someone has passed. You loved them so much and you gave so much from your heart that that grief just feels unbearable. But when you think about it, when you can get past that initial pain that's so heavy in your heart, then you realize that that pain was there because you just gave of yourself. You loved so deeply and you cared so much. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Sally. Yeah, I love that line. And I think about that a lot, especially when I think of my loved ones in spirit. And I know how deeply that I loved them and I felt that love back from them. And you still can. And once you realize this teaching right here, then you know that you can get beyond the pain and you can experience that loved one again as they are in their spirit form. So I think that's why I love it so much. It's such a beautiful teaching from the angels. All right, I think we have time maybe for one more. Let's see. Sally says book two, page 23 for the group. So book two is our pocket book. And where is our blue jean with pocket? She's not on here this morning. She might be at work again. So the page was 23. Her doggy Pocket is our mascot for this book. Angels in my pocket. Page 23 says, which one is it? Tell your loved ones how much they mean to you and don't wait for special moments or days to do so. Laugh often and loudly. I love that message. Thank you, Sally. And that goes right along with the last message, doesn't it? While we have time, while we're here in our human bodies and our loved ones are in their human bodies, tell them, I love you. I appreciate you. I care so deeply about you. Just express that because when we do leave these physical bodies, that love is the only thing we take with us. We take the love. We don't take the bitterness. We just take love. All right. Hope, I'm going to read yours, book 2, page 18. And that'll be the last one today before we go into prayer time. And Deirdre, I saw you already put up our prayer. Thank you for that. Which one is it? As you are finding your way, remember that others are as well. If you have been in relationships where you were not seen or heard, it will be necessary to start with valuing yourself in your own eyes. Start with reinforcing your worthiness and ignore any thoughts that tell you otherwise. Well, we have to start there, don't we? We have to start with self love. And yesterday's message was about this self care, self love, and honoring who we are. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about us. That's not our concern. That's on them. So don't people please. Just allow your love to flow through you because you are worthy of that love and more. So love on each other, express that love to your loved ones. And if you're grieving a loss of somebody in their physical presence, remember what's up on the screen. You can never care too much or love too deep because that's what we're here for, just to love on each other, uplift each other. Okay, so Max is a little under the weather from all the excitement and visiting. Yeah, that does happen, doesn't it? A little cough that sounds painful. Oh, Berkey. Sending Max some love and lifting him up. Oh, thank you, Deirdre. The Peace on Earth tour is going strong, and we are going to do a peace walk for the Peace on Earth tour coming up on the 26th. I would love to have as many of you join in as possible. Oh, we didn't set a time, did we? Okay, we'll decide on a time today, and that way you can do it anytime during the day on the 26th if you want to walk with us virtually. And many of you did last month. You joined us on the Peace Walk. So let's make it happen again and make it even bigger this time. Auntie Jean says, I'm grateful that I exist to learn from the wonder of creation, the love of this family, and the light. Thank you, Auntie Jean. Okay, so let me get Deirdre's daily prayer up. Thank you for that. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, and prayers for our United States. Thank you for that, Deirdre. And Sally gives us a message, a prayer as well, and she did. And thank you, Brandy. The message hits me in my soul. Yeah, there were some beautiful messages today. So thank you all that picked the page and the book. And Sally asked us to remember the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, the unloved, the homeless, and all who are living in fear of another. Absolutely. Thank you. And then Brandy asked us to remember those who were touched by suicide and or dementia of any type. Yes, Josie, I've got a messenger group going with the ones that are close by, and let's decide today where we are going to meet and what time so that we can have others join us during that time for our peace walk. And I'm so glad you're going to be there. I'm so excited to see you, Josie, and sweet Ricky will be walking right along with us. All right, so let's just take a moment to focus and breathe in. Breathe into your heart and release. The rain that we're hearing is perfect because it's cleansing. And let's search our hearts. Just do a scan right now. Just look inside. See if there's anything there that can be cleansed, released, let go, and breathe out. When you breathe in again, go to that place in your heart that maybe you've tucked something away. Maybe it's something you don't talk about, something you don't even want to think about. It's an experience that happened. You don't have to go to the experience. Just go to that emotion that wants to come forward, that wants to be seen and acknowledged. And just say, I love you. Thank you for being in my life. This experience helped me to learn. It helped me to grow. As painful as it was, I'm releasing it now so that the pain goes with it. And remember that forgiveness is not about anybody. It's clearing. It's helping you to shine your light. It's helping that cloud to move away from the sun and helping you to shine your light so brightly. And breathe in again. Go back into your heart and just say, I love you. Give yourself that self-love, that self-care, honoring the being that you are. Envision that you can put your arms around yourself and just give a big, big hug, holding you tight. And then feel the angels surrounding you and hugging you as well. And then feel every person here giving you that heart hug, supporting you, holding you as you do your spiritual work of release. You loved deeply. You cared deeply. So when the hurt comes, it does cut. It's very deep. But don't live in it. Don't stay in it. Let it go. Release anything that's unlike love. Any anger, any sadness, any regret, shame, blame. Let all of it go. Now breathe in again. See if you can see the sunshine in your heart. Is your heart radiating love? Because that's what happens when we uncover the light. It's pure love. It's back to our divine blueprint of how we were created. We were created to just love and uplift each other. And if we can't even uplift ourselves, how do we help others? This is a freeing moment for you to let go, release, and receive the love that comes in to fill those spots inside your heart. Mm. And now put a smile on your face and breathe in again. Breathe in love, breathe in light, and let's illuminate all those prayers that we pray every day. Our prayer list, the ones that are gathered together, the loved ones who may be suffering in some way, anyone that's in physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, or spiritual pain. We uplift you right now, and we're all going to carry you because together it's like carrying a feather. It's not heavy at all. You're not heavy. You're my loved one. And we lift you up right to the divine, asking the Creator to see, acknowledge, and answer all of our prayers. Every prayer that was written, spoken, thought, the ones you're holding in your heart that you can't express yet. We release them all, and we feel that rain coming from the Creator to just cover us, clearing up anything that's heavy, anything that's not for our best and highest good, releasing and letting go. Let that rain flow over you. And then smile again and look out beyond you. Look out at the bright sunshine. Look out at possibilities, potential to have the most beautiful day possible with a heart full of love and cleared of any energy that's not helping you, that's only bringing you down. So let's do that. Let's gather our energy together and love on each other. So let me get Leo up, get the rain stopped, and the rainbow come out. Our little Leo singing the Morning Cuppa to us. And just love on each other. That's why we're here, to love each other.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One on the peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. Do and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa full of joy, a very day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the P's and the O. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
Namaste, y'all.
Full of joy, a very day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa full of joy, with all the P's and the O. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Cuppa full of joy, full of light, full top here. The coffee's always hot and the truth is always yours. The sun is calling out to play. Let's put on a show. Today's a new day. We
See,
all
these
got
dogs
a
aren't
chance
trained
to make
enough
it
to
win.
know that
Never
this is
always
the
have
end
to
of the
win
show.
big. And you can slide with us. There is always no space.
Money is
Cup
still
full of
sacked
love.
out
Take a
back
spot.
there.
Get ready. Started. Morning cup full of joy. Every day it is.
He's
Just
not
start the day
budging.
on a high vibe. We call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the
No
pod. The
hug.
daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy. Every day it is. Just start the day on a high vibe. We call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup
Here's our
full of
Leo.
joy. Give me a cup full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept,
Accept.
align,
Align.
allow.
Allow. The
Triple A,
triple A,
morning cup
y'all.
full of joy every day it is. Just start the day on the high five because the triple A. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the
Thanks
pod.
to
The
our
daily mantra is
Marietta for
thank you, I
teaching
love you,
us that.
namaste. Morning cup full of joy every
We say
day
it
it
with a
is. Just start the day on
smile.
the high five because the triple A. Morning cup full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy. Full of joy. Give me a cup give me cup of joy, 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 give me full of joy, give me cup 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 of joy, give me a cup of joy.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Peas. I love you so much. Stay in your gratitude today. Gratitude for yourself first. Gratitude to God. Gratitude to all of our spiritual family. I am so grateful for all of you. I love you immensely. And namaste, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow on the Morning Cuppa. And in 2 days, we are all going to be on here on screen, as many as possible. I hope you'll be joining us. And we'll celebrate 5 years together on the 20th.